What if I told you that by simply assuming your desires have already manifested, you could change your entire reality? Not just wishful thinking, not mere fantasy, but a profound, undeniable truth. A truth woven into the very fabric of existence, waiting for you to claim it. Picture this: you wake up one morning to the gentle warmth of sunlight kissing your face. Everything feels different, lighter, as if the weight of doubt, fear, and struggle has melted away overnight. You rise from your bed not as someone hoping for change, but as someone who has already embraced it. You move with purpose. You speak with authority. Not because you are pretending, but because deep within your soul, you know your desires are no longer distant dreams. They are your reality. You walk through your day as if the world itself is conspiring to fulfill your every intention. Conversations flow effortlessly. Opportunities appear where obstacles once stood. The love you seek, it already surrounds you, nurturing and fulfilling your spirit. The success you crave, it flows to you like a river drawn to the ocean, natural and unstoppable. The peace you yearn for, it radiates from within, unshakable, serene, untouched by the chaos of the world. But here's the thing. This life you are living, this beautiful, abundant reality, it all began with a single, powerful choice. The choice to assume it was already yours. You see, the universe doesn't respond to what you want, or even what you think you deserve. It responds to what you believe with every fiber of your being. What if I told you that your mind is like a master sculptor, shaping your world with every thought, every feeling, every moment of faith? And that by living as if your desires have already come to pass, you are creating the very blueprint of your existence. A blueprint so detailed, so vivid, that the universe has no choice but to mirror it back to you. You might be wondering, how is this even possible? How can a simple shift in perspective alter the course of your entire life? But think about it. How often do we act from a place of lack, of desperation, of doubt? And what does that attract? More of the same. But when you act from a place of fulfillment, of certainty, of unwavering belief, the world around you bends to your will. Miracles become inevitable. Your desires become reality. Take a moment to imagine the life you've always dreamed of. Feel it. Taste it. Let it flood your senses until it feels more real than anything you've ever known. Because here's the truth, the moment you choose to believe it is yours, it already is. But here's the real question. Are you ready to claim your blessings? Are you ready to embrace the truth that your desires are already yours? Are you ready to step boldly into the life you were destined to live? Because if you are, then what happens next will change everything. In a world where we are constantly chasing our dreams, striving, fighting, and yearning for something more, something better, what if I told you the real secret to manifesting your blessings isn't in the chase at all? What if, instead of running tirelessly towards your desires, you could draw them to you effortlessly by simply believing they are already yours? Think about it. Since childhood, we've been conditioned to chase, to pursue goals as if they exist somewhere outside of us. We've been taught that success requires constant effort, that love requires endless searching, that happiness must be earned through struggle. We look around and see a world obsessed with action, with the grind, with proving oneself. But despite all the effort, so many people remain unfulfilled, caught in a cycle of striving but never truly arriving. But what if I told you that everything you desire, the wealth, the love, the peace, the fulfillment, is already within your reach? What if I told you that your desires are not outside of you, but within you? Because the universe doesn't respond to desperation. It doesn't respond to the frantic energy of wanting and craving and chasing. It responds to your state of being, to what you assume to be true. If you walk through life feeling as if you are already blessed, already loved, already successful, then that is what the universe reflects back to you. It's like looking into a mirror. If you stand in front of it with doubt, insecurity, and longing, that's all you will see. But if you stand before it with certainty, with gratitude, with a deep inner knowing that you already possess everything you seek, the reflection changes. But here's the harsh reality. Too often, we place our happiness, our success, our fulfillment in some distant future. We tell ourselves, I'll be happy when I have this, or I'll be at peace when I achieve that. But all we're really doing is creating a state of constant longing, a vibration of lack. And as long as we focus on what we don't have, we remain in a state of wanting. And that wanting sends a powerful message to the universe that you are incomplete, that you are lacking, that you are not yet deserving. But what if? What if you dared to believe differently? What if you dared to act as if your desires were already yours? Picture it, not just in your mind, but in your very soul. Imagine waking up every single day with the certainty that your blessings are already a part of your reality. Imagine moving through your day as if your dreams have already come to life. You are not seeking love, because you are already loved. You are not chasing success, because you are already successful. You are not searching for peace, because you are already at peace. And the beautiful part? The universe cannot help but align itself to reflect that truth back to you. But this requires something most people are afraid to do. It requires letting go of the need to struggle. It requires releasing the desperation that has been programmed into us from the moment we were born. It requires embracing the truth that effort is not what creates your reality. Belief is. The most powerful tool you have is not your ability to work harder. It's your ability to assume that what you desire is already yours. But how do we do this? How do we shift away from the mindset of lack and step boldly into the life of abundance that is waiting for us? How do we reprogram our minds to believe so deeply, so completely, that the universe has no choice but to respond? That's what we're about to uncover. But before we dive in, ask yourself, are you truly ready to claim your blessings? Are you ready to stop chasing and start receiving? Are you ready to reprogram your mind to believe, without doubt, that what you desire is already yours? Because if your answer is yes, if you're ready to manifest your deepest desires through the power of pure, unwavering belief, then type the word manifest in the comments below. Let this be your first step towards embracing your higher self and the life you were meant to live. Because everything you desire is already within you. It's simply waiting for you to claim it. The power of assumption. It sounds almost too simple to be true. But this principle, as taught by the visionary Neville Goddard, holds the potential to completely transform your life. Not through force, not through struggle, but through the quiet, powerful act of belief. You see, we live in a world dominated by effort. From a young age, we are taught that hard work is the only path to success. That nothing worth having comes easily. And so, we strive. We grind. We push ourselves to the limits, believing that if we just try hard enough, our desires will eventually be ours. But what if, all along, we've been doing it wrong? What if the secret to manifesting your dreams is not about working harder, but about believing with such unwavering certainty that your desires are already yours, that the universe has no choice but to reflect that truth back to you? The power of assumption is not about effort. It's about alignment. It's about embodying the truth of your desires so deeply, so completely, that your external reality begins to mirror that inner state. It's about planting the seed of belief so firmly within your subconscious mind that doubt and fear can find no soil to take root. Think of your mind as an instrument that continuously broadcasts the frequency of your thoughts and beliefs into the universe. And just like a radio station, the signal you send out determines what you receive back. Now, here's where most people go wrong. They send out signals of desperation, of lack, of longing. And so, the universe responds with more of the same. More struggle, more scarcity, more distance between where you are and where you wish to be. But here's the truth: the universe doesn't care about your desires. It responds only to your beliefs. It responds to the reality you assume to be true. If you assume yourself to be successful, wealthy, loved, and fulfilled, then your mind begins to filter reality through that lens. You begin to notice opportunities where others see obstacles. You attract experiences and people who resonate with your elevated state of being. It's not magic. It's alignment. And the first step to mastering this power is understanding that your assumptions are not passive thoughts. They are creative forces. They are the blueprint from which your life is constructed. Let me share with you a story. A story about a man named David. David's life was a constant struggle. Despite his best efforts, he could never seem to get ahead. Financially, emotionally, spiritually, he was lost. Working long hours at a dead-end job, his relationships were shallow, his dreams buried beneath the weight of his own doubt. Desperate for change, David stumbled upon the teachings of Neville Goddard. At first, it sounded absurd. How could mere assumptions shape reality? How could belief alone create something tangible? But in his despair, he decided to give it a try. What did he have to lose? David began with something simple. Each morning, before he even got out of bed, he would close his eyes and immerse himself in a mental scene of abundance. Not just picturing money or success, but feeling the freedom, the joy, the satisfaction of already living his ideal life. He pictured himself walking into a beautiful home, feeling the cool marble floors beneath his feet. He saw himself embracing loved ones, radiating joy and contentment. He imagined signing deals, receiving calls of gratitude from people he had helped, feeling the deep satisfaction of making a difference. And most importantly, he felt it as real. Day after day, he practiced this. Not with effort, but with faith. He stopped obsessing over the how and focused solely on the what. He allowed his assumptions to take root, nurturing them with belief. Weeks passed, and something remarkable began to happen. Opportunities he had never imagined started appearing. His relationships deepened. His financial situation improved. Not overnight, but with a steady, undeniable flow of blessings that seemed to align perfectly with his newfound belief. David realized that he had been chasing what he should have been receiving. And the more he embraced the feeling of already having his desires, the more those desires came to him. Effortlessly. Naturally. His life became a reflection of his assumptions. Now, you might be wondering, how can you apply this power in your own life? How can you harness the law of assumption to manifest your deepest desires? Allow me to show you the way. Step 1. Visualize the end state. Find a quiet place. Close your eyes. Breathe deeply. And now, imagine your desire as if it has already been fulfilled. See it with clarity. Feel it with intensity. Paint the picture in your mind so vividly that it becomes your living, breathing reality. Step 2. Feel as if it's already done. But it's not enough to see it. You must feel it. Allow the emotions of joy, gratitude, and satisfaction to fill your entire being. Feel the peace of already having your desire. Let that feeling saturate every cell of your body. Step 3. Maintain unwavering faith. This is where most people fail. They allow doubt to creep in. But you must cultivate unwavering faith. Speak as if your desires are already yours. Walk as if they have already manifested. Live from the state of your wish fulfilled. Do this, and watch as the world around you begins to reshape itself to match your inner reality. Now that you understand the profound power of assumption and how your thoughts shape your reality, it's time to embrace the tools that will allow you to harness that power fully. Tools that will transform your everyday life into a living, breathing testament of the reality you wish to create. These techniques are not merely suggestions. They are powerful, practical methods that have stood the test of time, used by those who have rewritten their own destinies. And now, it's your turn. The first technique is mental rehearsal, a combination of two powerful practices, visualization and scripting. Visualization is not just about closing your eyes and imagining something vague. It is about crafting a new reality in the theater of your mind, with such vivid detail that it feels more real than the world you see with your eyes open. Allow me to guide you through this process. Find a quiet space where you will not be disturbed. Sit comfortably, or lie down if you prefer. Close your eyes and take a deep breath. Inhale deeply, hold it for a moment, and exhale slowly. Feel the tension leaving your body. Feel your muscles relaxing, your mind growing calm and still. Now, I want you to imagine the most beautiful place you can think of. It could be a tranquil beach, a peaceful mountaintop, or a serene forest glade bathed in golden light. As you stand in this sacred place, you feel an overwhelming sense of peace. A gentle breeze caresses your skin. The air is filled with the soft scent of blooming flowers and the distant sound of water gently flowing. Now, picture yourself living the life of your dreams. Not as a distant wish, but as your current reality. See yourself surrounded by all the blessings you desire. It could be abundance, health, love, confidence, or spiritual clarity. Visualize the people in your life embracing you with warmth and admiration. Visualize your goals already achieved, your dreams fully realized. The look of joy on your face, the sense of fulfillment in your heart. Every detail is crystal clear. You are not watching yourself from a distance, you are living this moment. Feel it. The joy, the peace, the satisfaction. Let those feelings wash over you, filling every cell of your being. Let your entire body vibrate with the energy of this fulfilled state. Stay with that feeling. Stay with that vision. Let it become more real than anything else. And now, gently bring yourself back to the present moment. But keep that feeling with you. Keep that vision alive. It is yours, and it has always been yours. Now, let's talk about scripting. If visualization is the paintbrush that crafts your reality, scripting is the written blueprint that guides its creation. Take out a journal or a blank piece of paper. Begin to write, but not from a place of yearning or desperation. Write as if your desires have already been fulfilled. Describe your life with absolute clarity. Use the present tense and infuse your words with emotion and gratitude. For instance, write things like, "I am so grateful to wake up every morning surrounded by peace and prosperity. Everything I desire flows to me effortlessly. I am living my highest truth, embracing abundance and love in all forms." Pour your soul onto the page. Allow your words to echo the feeling of having already received your blessings. The more specific you are, the more powerful the effect. And here is the secret: revisit your script daily. Read it aloud. Feel every word. Allow it to become a sacred ritual, a moment of connection between you and the reality you are creating. The second technique is embodied feeling, or what many call acting as if. This is where the magic truly happens. It's one thing to visualize your desires, but it's something entirely different to live as if they are already yours. To embody the feelings of joy, peace, abundance, or love as if your dreams are already realized. This isn't about pretending or wishful thinking. It's about shifting your inner state to match the reality you wish to create. Every day, take a few minutes to walk as if you are already the person you desire to be. Feel the confidence in your steps. Feel the peace in your heart. Feel the gratitude radiating from within. Speak, move, and act from this state of being throughout your day. When doubt creeps in, gently remind yourself, I am already living my highest reality. My desires are already mine. Words are sacred tools of creation. When spoken with conviction, they echo through your subconscious mind and ripple outward to shape your reality. Choose affirmations that reflect your deepest desires. Speak them with authority, with love, with unwavering belief. Write them down. Repeat them daily. And most importantly, feel them resonate within you. For example, say to yourself, I am worthy of all the blessings life has to offer. I am a powerful creator. I am aligned with my highest good. You've learned how to harness the power of assumption. You've even taken steps to act as if your desires have already been manifested. But here's the truth few will tell you, the road to manifestation is not without obstacles. And the greatest of these obstacles is not outside of you. It's within you. It's doubt. Doubt is a parasite of the mind. It clings to your thoughts, feeding on your insecurities, growing stronger every time you give it your attention. And like a shadow, it follows you everywhere you go, waiting for a moment of weakness to convince you that you're not worthy, not capable, not enough. But where does this doubt come from? It is born from past failures, societal conditioning, voices of others who told you that your dreams were unrealistic, or worse, impossible. It is the sum of every moment you felt rejected, unloved, unworthy. But here's something powerful. Doubt is nothing more than a thought. And thoughts only have power when you choose to believe them. When you recognize doubt for what it truly is, an illusion created by your own mind, you begin to reclaim your power. You begin to see that doubt is not your enemy. It is merely a reflection of your own fears projected onto the screen of your reality. The law of assumption demands unwavering belief. And unwavering belief requires confronting your doubts head-on, not with aggression, but with understanding. Because only through understanding can you release them. Let me tell you a story. A story of a man named Daniel. Daniel was a man plagued by doubt. His life had been a series of disappointments. Failed business ventures, broken relationships, dreams that never seemed to materialize no matter how hard he worked. He would often look at himself in the mirror and wonder why his efforts always seemed to fall short. One night, as he sat alone in his small apartment, surrounded by reminders of his perceived failures, Daniel stumbled upon a book by Neville Goddard. It spoke of the power of assumption, the ability to change reality by changing his inner state. Intrigued but skeptical, Daniel decided to test this concept. He began visualizing himself as successful, wealthy, fulfilled. He practiced every day, imagining the life he desired as if it were already his. But as days turned to weeks, he found himself consumed by doubt. As soon as he finished visualizing, the thoughts would come flooding in, "You're just lying to yourself. This will never work. Who are you to deserve such blessings?" The more he tried to fight the doubt, the stronger it became. And so, Daniel began to spiral back into frustration, feeling like his own mind was betraying him. But one night, as he sat with his thoughts, Daniel had a revelation. What if doubt itself was a test? What if doubt was the very thing he needed to overcome to prove his own faith? Instead of running from his doubts, Daniel chose to face them. He sat down in silence, closed his eyes, and simply allowed his doubts to rise. He didn't argue with them. He didn't try to replace them with positive thoughts. He simply acknowledged them. He listened to each doubt as if it were a child crying for attention. And as he acknowledged them, something remarkable happened. The doubts began to dissolve, like shadows vanishing before the morning sun. In the days that followed, Daniel's visualizations grew stronger. His belief became unshakable. And within months, his reality began to shift. He received unexpected opportunities. Financial abundance flowed into his life. Relationships healed. Daniel had discovered the secret. The power of assumption only works when you choose faith over doubt. when you surrender your fears and embrace the truth that your desires are already yours. Now, let's explore the techniques that Daniel used to overcome doubt and master the power of assumption. These practices will empower you to do the same. Technique 1. Meditation, the art of letting go. Find a quiet place and sit comfortably. Close your eyes and take a deep breath. Inhale through your nose and exhale through your mouth. Allow your body to relax completely. Now, bring to mind the doubts that have been holding you back. Observe them without judgment. Feel their presence, but do not resist them. Simply allow them to be. As you continue to breathe deeply, imagine these doubts as dark clouds floating in the sky. Watch them drift by, slowly dissolving into nothingness. Feel the peace that follows. Feel the stillness within. Repeat this practice daily, and you will find your doubts growing weaker with each passing moment. Technique 2. Journaling, giving voice to your faith. Take a journal and write down every doubt, every fear that comes to mind. Pour them onto the page, releasing them from the confines of your mind. Once you have written them all down, write the opposite. Write the truth you choose to believe instead. Write from a place of power, from a place of certainty. End each journaling session with a single, powerful affirmation: I am the creator of my reality. My faith is stronger than my doubts. Technique 3. Mindful breathing, reconnecting with your truth. Whenever you feel doubt creeping in, take a moment to breathe deeply. Focus entirely on the sensation of your breath. Feel it filling your lungs, nourishing your body, releasing all tension. With each exhale, imagine releasing your doubts, your fears, your uncertainties. Let them drift away, carried by the gentle current of your breath. This simple act of mindful breathing reconnects you to your higher self, your true essence, the part of you that knows you are capable of achieving anything you desire. What doubts are holding you back from your blessings? Share them in the comments. Together, let's overcome them and rise above. The power of assumption is not just a theory floating in the metaphysical realm. It's a living, breathing force that has rewritten destinies, healed broken souls, and created abundance from nothingness. The universe bends to your belief, and when you assume the wish fulfilled, it responds to you like a loving servant eager to manifest your desires. But to truly understand this power, let me share with you the journeys of 3 ordinary people who embraced this simple yet profound principle. Their stories will show you how faith in the unseen can transform your reality from despair to triumph. Their lives are living proof that when you choose to act as if, miracles follow. Sarah's journey of healing and purpose. Sarah's life had become a constant struggle against pain. Diagnosed with a chronic illness that left her bedridden more often than not, she felt as if her dreams were slipping away. Days blended into nights, as she watched life pass her by through the rain-streaked window beside her bed. Doctors had offered little hope. Medication after medication, therapy after therapy, nothing seemed to change her grim reality. She had reached the edge of her resilience, teetering on the verge of surrender. Then, one sleepless night, as desperation gripped her soul, she stumbled across the teachings of Neville Goddard. His words were like a beacon of light piercing through the darkness. The idea that she could choose to believe herself healed was both thrilling and terrifying. But what did she have to lose? Sarah made a decision. Every night before sleep, she would immerse herself in a vivid, joyful vision of her perfect health. She would close her eyes and see herself dancing barefoot on the grass, laughing freely under the warm sun. She would feel the cool breeze on her skin, her body moving effortlessly, pain a distant memory. And she didn't stop there. During the day, Sarah acted as if her healing had already occurred. She would smile at herself in the mirror, speak to herself with kindness, and even dress as if she were about to go out and conquer the world. She infused her daily life with the energy of her desired reality. Days passed, then weeks. There were moments of doubt, but she gently released them, choosing faith over fear. She practiced meditation and journaling, not as a way to beg for healing, but as a declaration of her wholeness. Then, one morning, she awoke and realized something had changed. The pain that had once dominated her existence had begun to fade. Her energy returned, her spirit lifted. It was as if her body had aligned itself with her unwavering belief in her own wellness. Sarah's journey didn't end there. She used her newfound energy to inspire others, teaching them how to tap into their own power of assumption. Her life became a living testimony of healing born from faith, of reality molded by belief. And it all started with the choice to act as if her healing was already done. Michael's manifestation of financial abundance. Michael's life had become a nightmare of financial struggle. He worked a dead-end job, drowning in debt, feeling trapped by the harsh reality of his circumstances. Every month was a desperate attempt to stretch his paycheck just enough to survive. He yearned for a life of freedom and abundance, but his outer world showed him nothing but lack. Frustration grew within him until one night, he came across a lecture on the power of assumption. The idea that his financial reality could be transformed by simply assuming his desired state was both fascinating and bewildering. But he chose to give it a chance. Michael decided to adopt a new identity, one of prosperity, confidence, and success. Each morning, he would stand in front of his mirror, shoulders squared, eyes blazing with conviction, and say aloud, "I am wealthy. I am successful. I am free." He spoke these words not as a mere affirmation, but as a declaration of truth. He visualized himself meeting influential people, signing lucrative contracts, managing businesses, and enjoying the fruits of his labor. But beyond visualization, he embodied the energy of wealth in every aspect of his life. He began dressing the part, speaking with authority, and treating his work not as a burden but as a stepping stone to his dreams. He even started making financial decisions from a place of abundance, rather than scarcity. Opportunities began to manifest. A former colleague reached out with a business proposal. An investment he had almost forgotten about suddenly yielded returns. His newfound mindset attracted like-minded people who wanted to collaborate, to grow, to prosper. Within a year, Michael had built a thriving business that not only supported him but allowed him to live a life of true abundance. His secret? He didn't wait for wealth to appear. He became wealth. And by doing so, the universe had no choice but to align with his unwavering faith. Maya's story of love and fulfillment. Maya had spent years searching for love, her heart longing for that deep, soul-stirring connection she believed everyone else seemed to find so easily. Relationships came and went, each leaving her more wounded and doubtful than before. Friends would tell her to just be patient or focus on herself, but the loneliness was a shadow she could never quite escape. One night, in a quiet moment of despair, she found herself listening to an audio lecture on the power of assumption. As she listened, something clicked within her. The idea that love could be drawn to her by simply assuming it was already hers felt both miraculous and terrifying. But the spark of hope was enough. Maya made a decision. From that day forward, she would no longer seek love from a place of emptiness. Instead, she would live as if she already had the love she desired. She began her mornings with gratitude, feeling deeply thankful for the love that was supposedly already a part of her life. She spoke aloud her affirmations: "I am loved. I am cherished. I am in a beautiful, fulfilling relationship." She allowed herself to feel the warmth of companionship, the joy of connection, even if it existed only in her mind. But it didn't stop there. She took this newfound belief and wove it into her daily life. She treated herself with the same kindness and affection she longed to receive from another. She dressed confidently, spoke with warmth, and radiated the energy of someone who was deeply loved and appreciated. Days turned into weeks. And then, seemingly out of nowhere, she met Ethan. Their connection was instant, as if their souls had been waiting to reunite. Their relationship blossomed effortlessly. They shared conversations that stretched late into the night, laughter that echoed with pure joy, and a bond so deep it felt almost otherworldly. It was only months later, as they sat together watching a golden sunset, that Maya realized something profound. She had manifested this love not by chasing it, not by begging the universe for it, but by becoming it. By assuming the feeling of being loved, she had drawn the very essence of love toward her. And the beauty of it all? Her journey hadn't ended with finding Ethan. It had only just begun, because she had learned the true power of assumption. To become the energy of what you seek is to magnetize it to your reality. You see, the power of assumption is not just an idea. It's a practice. A way of living that transforms lives. Sarah, Michael, Maya, they all discovered the truth. That to manifest their desires, they had to become them first. The question is, are you ready to take that step? Are you ready to believe that your blessings are already yours? Because once you do, the universe will conspire to make it so. As our journey today begins to draw to a close, take a moment to let the silence embrace you. Feel the stillness settling around you like a warm, comforting blanket, as if the entire universe itself has paused to listen. Think back to where we began. From the very moment you pressed play, something within you yearned for change, for growth, for transformation. And perhaps, on some level, you already knew that the power to manifest your blessings was never truly outside of you. It has always been within. Hidden beneath layers of doubt, fear, and longing, but always there, waiting to be called forth. Today, we've unraveled the essence of that power. The power of assumption. The sacred art of claiming what is yours by living as if it already is. By aligning your consciousness with the frequency of your desires. By shedding the illusion of lack and embracing the reality of fulfillment. What have we learned on this path together? Let's reflect deeply, with intention, so that every word resonates within your soul. First, we unveiled the truth behind the law of assumption. From the teachings of Neville Goddard to the ancient wisdom passed down through generations, we discovered that reality is not some cold, unyielding structure imposed upon us. It is a living, breathing manifestation of our most deeply held assumptions. The world does not merely happen to us. We create it, sculpt it, paint it with the colors of our beliefs. We explored the three core principles of manifestation. 1. Visualization of the end state, seeing, with vivid clarity, the life you desire. Not as a distant dream or idle fantasy, but as a reality so vivid you can touch it, taste it, breathe it in. A reality that already exists within your mind's eye. 2. Embodied feeling. This is where the magic truly begins. To feel, within every cell of your being, that what you seek is already yours. To walk through life with the energy of fulfillment, to radiate the joy, peace, and abundance you wish to manifest. 3. Unwavering faith, the most powerful force of all. To hold steadfast to your vision, even when the outside world offers no evidence of its truth. To trust the process so completely that doubt becomes a faint echo, barely remembered. But these principles are not merely abstract concepts. They are tools. Tools that you can use to actively shape your reality. We dove deep into mental rehearsal, scripting your life's narrative with the same artistry a painter uses to craft a masterpiece. Every thought, every word, every scene played out in your mind is a brushstroke on the canvas of your existence. We practiced embodied feeling, the gentle art of living as if. Acting from a place of certainty rather than desperation. Becoming the person you wish to be, before the physical world reflects that transformation back to you. We embraced the power of daily affirmations, speaking into existence the truth of your highest self. Words are more than mere sounds. They are frequencies that ripple through your subconscious, altering the very fabric of your mind. And most importantly, we addressed the silent, creeping presence of doubt. the resistance that rises whenever you dare to believe in something greater. We learn to quiet the mind, to calm the critic within, and to cultivate the inner peace that allows your desires to blossom. Now, let's revisit the stories that brought these teachings to life. Michael, who discovered wealth and success not through force or struggle, but through embodying the essence of prosperity. Sarah, who rose from the depths of despair by choosing to become the version of herself that had already healed. And Maya, who found love not by chasing it, but by radiating it from within. Their journeys, their struggles, their triumphs, are they really so different from your own? Or could it be that their power lies within you, waiting to be awakened? You see, everything we've discussed today, everything you've felt and understood, is guiding you toward a profound truth. The life you seek is already yours. Your desires, your dreams, your blessings, they are not distant treasures waiting to be discovered. They are seeds planted deep within your soul, yearning to grow. And you, my friend, are the gardener. So I ask you now, not just as a listener, but as a creator of your own destiny, what blessings are you manifesting right now? Visualize it. Feel it. Claim it. Let go of the need to beg the universe for what you desire. Instead, act as if it has already been granted. As if your prayers have already been answered. Because they have. Declare your blessings with boldness. Speak them aloud to yourself. Believe them with every fiber of your being. And watch as the world begins to shift in your favor. For this is the true power of assumption. The power to not only dream of a better life, but to live it, to become it. Starting now. And now, as we approach the end of this journey, I want you to take a moment. A moment to feel the stillness within you. To recognize that the answers you've been searching for have always been right there, waiting to be acknowledged. What if I told you that all the beauty, success, love, and peace you desire is already yours? What if I told you that your reality is not shaped by the world around you, but by the power of your own thoughts, beliefs, and assumptions? The power of assumption is not some lofty ideal or philosophical riddle. It is a practical, profound, and ever-present truth waiting for you to embrace it. Feel the gravity of those words, the sheer magnitude of what they truly mean. You hold the power to shift your reality, to mold it, to transform it, to elevate it beyond your wildest dreams. But here's the truth. The power of assumption only works when you choose to step fully into it. You cannot waver. You cannot cling to doubt or fear. You must claim your desires with unwavering faith. You must act as if the life you seek is already yours. And that is the greatest challenge of all. Because the world will try to tell you otherwise. Circumstances will attempt to deceive you, to make you believe that you are separate from your dreams. But those circumstances are illusions, mere reflections of your previous thoughts. You are more powerful than you've been led to believe. You are the creator, the visionary, the one who commands reality itself. And it all begins with the simple yet profound act of believing, of assuming the feeling of your desires fulfilled. So, I ask you, right now, in this moment, what blessings are you manifesting? What dreams are you ready to claim as your own? Speak them aloud. Write them in the comments. Declare them boldly for the universe to hear. Because when you declare your desires, when you acknowledge their existence as already true, you summon them into being. You bring them into your experience with a force that cannot be denied. Breathe deeply and feel it. The energy of abundance. The warmth of love. The peace of fulfillment. Feel them as if they are yours, because they are. And as you go forth from this moment, let this truth guide you. Let it uplift you, empower you, and transform you. Let it be the foundation upon which you build the life you desire. When doubt arises, return to this moment. When fear tries to steal your joy, return to this truth. And when the world seems cold and unforgiving, Remember that you are the light, the source of all that you wish to experience. You are the artist, painting your reality with the brushstrokes of your own beliefs. You are the creator, molding your future with the power of your assumption. And nothing can stand in your way when you embrace that power fully. If you have felt the energy of these words, if you are ready to step into the life that has been waiting for you, I invite you to become a part of this community. A community of awakened creators who are changing their lives through the power of their own minds. Make sure to subscribe, tap that notification bell, and like this video. Because this journey doesn't end here. There is so much more wisdom and inspiration awaiting you. So many more tools and techniques to help you manifest the blessings that are rightfully yours. And as you continue on this path, know that you are not alone. We are here, walking beside you, lifting you up, and guiding you toward your highest potential. Now, take this energy with you. Let it flow through every part of your being. Let it shape your thoughts, your actions, your reality. And most importantly, let it remind you of who you truly are. You are limitless. You are powerful. You are deserving. Remember, the power is within you. Believe it. Live it. Manifest it.